Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back. And I just wanted to come in and run my mouth and talk about the people. Before we get into the mess, baby, let me tell you, my tongue is a little. I'm over here eating these Starbursts, so my tongue is red and orange and all types of carrying on. Um, but anyways, so I went out last night and I ran into a cousin. His name is Morris, and I also met his boyfriend, Muhammad. So I want to give a shout out to Morris and a shout out to Muhammad. Morris, he watches my channel. He told me he supports my channel, all that good stuff. Girl, no shade. I ain't trying to disrespect nobody in their relationships. But Morris and Muhammad, girl, was probably two of the finest girl things at the club last night. I said, what? I said, oh, so it's two of y'all. Okay. I said, I know that's right. Yes, God. I said, yes, God. Okay. Now, before I met his man, I was about to say, we play cousins. Okay. No, I'm just playing. I'm not trying to disrespect nobody in their relationship. I'm just playing. But they were nice looking men. But nonetheless, Morris, he supports my channel. He told me that he's Team Kenya. Um, and girl, y'all know my girl is Kenya Summer more. But yeah, they were really, really nice. Let me just complain for just 2 seconds. So we at the club last night. And I with my friend, and he had went and got around the drinks, and then I had went and got around the drinks, and I got um I got me a Casamigos and Red Bull, and I got him a Casamigos margarita. And when I got the thing, I'm like, I can't see. It was kind of dark. I'm like, I can't see. I was trying to figure out how much I was going to leave him for a tip. I want to give y'all the exact price because we were talking about this today. For 2 drinks, it was $64.68. Matter of fact, girl, matter of fact, I actually got a cup of water because I was hot and I needed to cool down. And I got a Casamigos Blanco Red Bull and then a Casamigos Reposado margarita. And it came out to be $64.68. I said, girl, y'all just bending the girls over tonight in the club, not using condoms or lube. Girl, just taking it. Girl, not trigger warning. Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. But y'all, I was trying to make a joke, and now I realized when it came out the wrong way. And I was just like, girl, what is the tea? Like, child, no permission, girl, no consent, no nothing. I said, girl, y'all charged the girl $64.68. And so I left him. It was, how like they'll give you the amount. They'll give you like 18%, 20%, 25%. I left him with 25% too. Because he was nice. He was nice. Um, but yeah, I was just like, so that was like 70 something dollars right there just for two drinks. I said, oh baby girl. This is what I'm talking about, girl. I might need to stay where I'm at because these DC prices, they are too. It is, girl. I don't, girl. It's already bad enough that when I was looking for, because I was like this close. Believe it or not, I was this close to moving to DC. I had came across, found an apartment and everything. Literally flew up here to look at apartments. Found an apartment, all that good stuff. I had, figured out my bills and all that stuff, and I knew I was going to have to come up a couple of dollars because that's just what it is in DC. Um, but girl, it's like, girl, you got to pay for everything here, girl. You got to pay to park your car. Yes. One apartment complex, they charge $300 to park your car. To park your car where you live. Yep. You heard what I said. One apartment complex, it was $225. To park the car where I live, I have to pay you $300 to park the car where I live. No, we don't have all that carrying on in Texas. I pay $15 a month for a reserved parking spot at my apartment complex. I pay $15 a month for a reserved parking spot. However, you can park your car for free if you live there. Hello. Now, if you want a visitor's pass, the visitor's pass can run you. I think it's $5 a day, right? But the reserved parking spot is $15 a month, and that's my spot, right? But girl, we ain't paying no $300. Not at my apartment complex. I ain't never. When I said I had never heard, I had never heard of no mess like that until I came up to DC. I said, girl, what? And I remember when I first saw it because I had already done some research, right, on some apartments and all this. So I'm like, what is this? What is this parking 225? What is this parking 275? What is this parking 350? What is this parking 375 if you want to if you want a garage? Girl, what's this? I'm thinking it's something that's optional. Right? I'm like, oh girl, I just don't need no car. Okay. But girl, no, you have to pay to park. I think the cheapest one, I didn't go look at the apartment. I think the cheapest one that I saw out of the list that I had was this apartment in not Alexandria. Where's the airport at? Arlington, Virginia? That's what DCA is, right? It was an apartment complex, and I think that was the cheapest that I had saw from the list of the apartments that I like. I think they were only charging like 150 or 175. It was something like that. But yeah, it's a mess. It's a mess. But yeah, I definitely had fun here. Ran into some cousins. Shout out to James again. Shout out to Sharman and shout out to Jasmine. Shout out to Morris and shout out to Jonathan from Philly. Yeah, I think those are the ones that I've met. I believe so. If I miss somebody, go charge to my head and not to my heart. Had a good time Friday night. Friday, because I really don't drink like that anymore, like that. Before girl, I could have a cocktail or two every day. Okay, but I really don't drink like that. I may drink, girl, once every 2 weeks, maybe. Girl, I really, girl, listen, I'm almost probably not gonna be drinking by next year the way I'm going. Girl, not really, because I love a cocktail. Um, yeah, I really just don't drink like that. So I don't know if that's part of the reason why. But Friday night, when I tell y'all, I was toe up. Girl, when I say you toe up, girl, it was a mess. But I don't think I ate a lot either Friday, so I think that was part of the problem too. Girl, I didn't wake up. I did not get up out of the bed until like 5:30. No lie. That's how bad it was. Girl, it was a mess. Then Saturday, I didn't do all that. I did a little carrying. I did. Saturday, I did a little carrying, but not as much as I did Friday. I learned my lesson Friday night. And then Sunday wasn't that bad. Sunday wasn't that bad. But girl, my friend, girl, you got to be careful with him because child, he be trying to get you drunk, child. You'll look at you, he'll be like, I'll be back, and I'm like, okay, girl, he'll come back with a shot, girl, a cocktail. I'm not drinking that, girl. You wasting your money, baby girl, because I'm not drinking that. I'm not drinking that at all. Um, but anyways, I had fun. I was actually gonna leave today because y'all know when I go out of town, I get behind on my videos and all that stuff, and I don't like to be behind. And I feel like I can concentrate more whenever I am home. So I was gonna catch a late flight home tonight. And I was just like, girl, I'll just leave tomorrow, girl. I already paid for this room. I ain't wasting nobody's money because I ain't got no money to waste. Um, I've already paid for this room, and then plus, girl, I had $100 credit for the hotel that I'm in, and I wanted to use $100 credit. And so I ordered me some room service. I ordered some chicken, I ordered some roasted chicken. It was so bomb, girl, and some mashed potatoes. But it was more of a cream. I forgot what they call it. They don't really call it mashed potatoes. They call it something else. It was like a really creamy like potato in a way, but it was still good. And then um, I ordered a piece of chocolate cake, but then they called me back and said they didn't have any chocolate cake. And then I asked them, could I have a slice of cheesecake? And then she said, okay. Then she called me back and said, oh, I'm so sorry, Mr. Mitchell. We ran out of cheesecake too. Well, what do you have, girl? Girl. And so I ordered some bread pudding. I thought the bread pudding was going to be warm, but it was like room temperature. And I was just like, what is it? But it was still, I still ate it though. But it was good. It was cute. DC is, of course, y'all know I go up for DC. I do. It's just that girl, I don't know how, I like, I get it. I do. But it's like, it's so expensive. Like, just to have a couple of drinks is $70. But that's ridiculous. But that's ridiculous. Good. Matter of fact, let me tell y'all the price again, girl. I don't want nobody to think I'm lying. $64.68. It says pending. That's exactly what it says. It says pending. $64.60, and it's gonna be more than that because I told you I left him a tip, whatever the 25% was of that. Anyways, girl, let's go ahead and move on, honey. Shout out to DC. Shout out to DC Pride. I had a good time. Am I gonna come back next year? The men were out. I am thinking about going. If the cousins are going to be in, well, I don't know if I'm going. Let me stop lying. I was about to say I'm thinking. Okay. I'll say this. I'm thinking about going to Global Black Pride in Atlanta Labor Day weekend. You know, they say it's either World Black Pride or Global Black Pride, something like that, girl. So I was thinking about going to Atlanta and um, in what is it called? Labor Day weekend. So if y'all gonna be out, child, we could meet up and have some cocktails, baby. Okay, and if you find we could do something, I'm just playing. And if you find we can leave and go do something, I'm just saying. No, but I really do think I'm thinking about going. It just depends. It just depends because last night, y'all know I'm not a hot type of person. I don't like being hot. I hate being hot. And last night it was hot, girl. It was hot. It was hot. Anyways, y'all, let's go ahead and move on. All right, y'all. So listen to this. This is according to the Jasmine Brand 365. So Diddy allegedly believes there was an agenda behind the timing of leaked Cassie ASSAULT video. Insiders say, girl. It appears Diddy is suspicious about the timing of when video footage showing him attacking his ex-girlfriend Cassie was released. This don't even make no sense to me. Like, what do you mean? Like, girl, the girls are coming out saying that you are a monster, allegedly. That's what the girls are saying. That's what the girls and the boys are saying. Hello? A source close to the billionaire reportedly stated that he thinks that the disturbing hotel clip is an agenda-driven distraction and is upset about the way it was shared to the public. Reportedly, the insider claimed that Sean Diddy Combs, 54, is highly frustrated by the raid of his homes in March, as well as the surveillance footage depicting him of kicking, dragging, and throwing things at then partner Sandra Cassie Ventura. He insists it doesn't tell the full story. Well, girl, what's the full story? Sister, what's the full story? You want to tell us what happened in the hotel room? You want to tell us that it was a freak off happening and she was trying to escape? Or are you gonna tell us that what the other girl said? Some of the girls online said she was trying to steal $100,000 and a Rolex. That's what some of the girls online were saying. What's the full story? What's the full story for you to have done what you did to that woman in the hotel hallway? The hallway of a hotel. What's the full story? Anyways, in his position, there was an. I'm sorry. Now, not that he's excusing it, but he says that it is a selected video. Well, what video would you like to select? Okay. Is his position that there was an agenda in releasing the video when it was released? But also, ultimately, he knows that his big concern is the raids on his house. The Cassie video was just a distraction. As we've been covering Diddy's personal and professional life, have been the target of much scrutiny since Cassie filed her bombshell sexual. Y'all already know the stuff that was going on. I'm not reading all that stuff. Since settling the matter with his ex in a record 24 hours, Diddy has been hit with at least 5 other complaints accusing him similar crimes. The most famous of his current suits, arguably coming from producer Rodney "Lil Rod" Jones. Girl. Girl, the girl, y'all swapping that is always an agenda. Girl, it's an agenda. It's a gay agenda. Girl, girl, okay. Now he said it's an agenda. We still trying to figure out what happened to Kim, Puffy. Hello? Let me shut up. All right, y'all. McKnight trolled ahead of upcoming concert over behavior towards estranged children. Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis. Girl, the Back at One singer has been honest over the years about his relationship or lack thereof with the children he welcomed into the world before marrying his current wife. Brian McKnight shares sons Brian Jr. and Nico with ex-wife Julie McKnight, to whom he was married from 1990. To 2003. He also has a daughter, Brianna, from a previous relationship. Can you imagine your children being named after the father, Brian Jr., and Brianna? Brian with an A. Girl. Just for him to turn around and say that they were born in sin, as if, girl, you would not like they had a say so in being here. Okay. However, Brian McKnight has publicly expressed that he did not become a girl dad until his wife's daughter Julia came into his life, the white girl. Ain't no wrong with being white. I'm just saying. In addition to his stepdaughter, Brian McKnight has shared multiple posts online about the love of his stepson Jack and his infant son that he shares with his now wife. His online commentary about his adult biological children hasn't been as nice. One of his recent digs at them came last month when he claimed they were a product of sin. Cool, girl. If they're the product, if they are the product of sin, then you must be the devil, girl. After being slammed for what he said, the 17-time Grammy-nominated artist doubled down and shared a video calling his stepdaughter his one and only daughter. Girl. Well, the public isn't allowing McKnight to forget how he has treated his older kids. Over the weekend, the Warner Theater in DC shared an ad on Facebook to promote McKnight's upcoming show. And it didn't take long for the comments to turn sour against the celeb. One person wrote, "Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis." I know that's right. Another said, "Until you do right by his kids, everything in his life will crumble." At this time of this report, his DC concert is still scheduled for July the 18th. Let me just say something. I do think it is weird. I don't know. Like, his fan base, I would assume, is mostly black people. I don't know what is. I would think that his fan base consists of mostly black women. So it is kind of crazy that he's kind of biting the hand that feeds him by going after his black kids while kind of pushing these white kids to the forefront. White people could go to his concert. In my head, that's just in my head. I just think that his I just think if I went to a Brian McKnight concert, I feel like it would be a sea of black women, and probably their husbands or boyfriends. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I think of Beyonce concerts, I think of a whole bunch of poems. You know what I'm saying? Not to say it ain't no straight men in the concert that don't enjoy Beyonce, because there are straight men who love Beyonce and there are women who love Beyonce. But I do just think of a whole bunch, like just a sea of LGBTQ, especially this last go around. Girl, the trans, lesbians, girl, everybody, LGBTQ was out. Girl, allies, everybody was out, right? Mm. He'll learn. He'll learn the hard way. He will learn the hard way, baby. He will. Mm. Mm. Can I say something? This got to do with this has to do with Maurice. We already talked about this, but this is some new information that I just came across. So Maurice from Love and Marriage Huntsville, Maurice Scott, Love and Marriage Huntsville star Maurice Jefferson Scott, arrested on DUI charge. So Another Love and Marriage Huntsville castmate was recently arrested by Alabama police. Listen to this. This is the part that I really want to talk about. Reality star Maurice Jefferson Scott was detained over the weekend for allegedly being under the influence while driving. Social media users, including reality TV producer Carlos King and Married to Medicine star Dr. Heavenly, have been discussing Maurice Scott's run-in with the law since the incident happened Saturday, May the 25th. Girl, listen to this. This is the part I want to get to. Girl, they have him the booking date. Listen to this. Are y'all listening? Okay. Booking date 5/25/2024 at 12:04 p.m. Girl, that's the part I want to concentrate on. There have been times I have been out of town on vacation. It's not now. I really, because I don't do all that carrying on like that, believe it or not. But there have been times in the past where I will go to Miami, right? I wake up, it's Saturday, honey. We in Miami, girl. You know, bitty bitty bum bum, girl. What a niggas at, right, girl? You know, girl. We wake up 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, girl. We having mimosas and girl, we eating a little French toast and fruit and eggs and bacon and all that carrying. All right, we having a good time. But I'm trying to figure out where was Maurice going in Huntsville, Alabama, where you were already probably pissy drunk. Because if they pulled you over, I'm sorry, if you were booked at 12:04, that means that you were already drunk, girl, more than likely around 10 in the morning. You get what I'm trying to say? Because he was booked. That means he made it to the station and they booked him at 12:04, right? Am I saying that the right way? So that means that when they pulled him over, it was already probably 11 something in the morning, which means he had been already drinking. Maurice, girl, why aren't you drinking so early in the morning like that? What was going on in Huntsville, Alabama on a Saturday morning where you was already toe up, girl, by 12 o'clock? Does that make sense? Am I talking out the side of my neck? Am I making sense? I feel like I'm making sense. What was going on? What's going on? Are you stressed? Are you stressed? Is Kimmy stressing you out? Is Kyle stressing you out? Is Marceau stressing you out? Is T like what's the tea? Why are you drunk that early in the morning and you not on vacation? I feel like the only time that people should drink like that is if maybe you have the opposite schedule of most people. If you're 9 to 5, if you work overnight, you know what I'm saying? And I know that sounds crazy. If you work overnight and then you get off work, like your 5 o'clock is like your 5 o'clock is your 9 o'clock in the morning. So you might have a cocktail because now you don't work 9 to 5. You work what's an overnight shift like 11 to I don't know vacation. But just to be drunk in the morning like that, like for what? It's no shade. Like in Huntsville, like why are you drunk like that? I wonder what happened for. Let me see. I wonder what happened for him to get pulled over. Do y'all think that he was swerving, driving too fast, going over the speed limit, and they stopped him and said, "What's going on?" And they smelled the alcohol? Oh no. I think they're still shooting, so we'll probably more than likely find this information out when the new season starts. That's what I'm assuming. All right, y'all, I'm gone. I'm about to watch Love and Marriage Huntsville, and then I'm going to try to get that review up tonight, so I don't have to worry about it tomorrow when I get home. All right, and y'all pray for me, honey, because girl, y'all know I'm flying United, and I think I am on a Boeing 7. I think I'm on a Boeing 737. You know, you can see the planes you're on when you buy your tickets. I think I'm on a Boeing. Oh, girl, I got to sort of tell y'all when I get back home about how my nerves is bad before I got to DC because the girls was playing games. Okay, and I was not here for it. Okay. Anyways, I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all have a good day. Bye, y'all.